Hello, my name is Rosa Guerrero. I'm a native El Pasoan, and I'm going to read to you today. And I'm very honored that I was asked to read because reading to me is one of the most important subjects you could have. A person that reads succeeds, always. I couldn't read English when I was a little girl. Spanish I could, but English I could not, and it was hard for me. But you have an opportunity to have a dual language program we call bilingual, and you can have English and Spanish as reading and writing from the beginning of kindergarten all the way through high school. And when you go into a career like a doctor or a lawyer or a higher profession, if you have the two languages, it's excellent. So I am Rosa Guerrero, and I'm going to read to you today. The name of my book today is A Girl Named Rosita. A Girl Named Rosita. That's my name, so I can identify a little bit with her, with a story. Juncos, Puerto Rico, 1935. In a tiny cottage tucked between El Yunque Peak and a wild, fragrant rainforest lives a girl with the rhythm of the rainforest in her feet and the sweetness of the sugarcane fields in her swishing skirts. A girl named Rosita Dolores Alverio, who loves to sing and dance for anyone who will watch. Step, turn, snap, kick, swish, jump, twirl. That's what a dancer does, especially children. If you like to do that, you can do anything you want. Until early one morning, Mommy whispers, "We are moving to the mainland." "But why isn't Francisco coming?" asks Rosita. "He will come later," says Mommy. "I'm taking you first because you are a big girl and you won't cry." So Rosita does not cry as she waves goodbye to her baby brother. In the dark, cramped cabins of the crowded passenger ship, Rosita is quiet and brave. After days of wobbly decks and stormy seas, a statue of a woman wearing a crown rises up to greet him. "Where are the trees and flowers?" asks Rosita. "They will be back in the summer," Mommy explains. That night, Rosita dreams she is back in her tiny cottage with Francisco. When she wakes, she does one thing Mommy thought she wouldn't. She cries. Rosita's new school is a fortress of brick where children tease her for her accent, darker skin, and curly hair. "Corre," she tells herself each day on her way home from school. "Run so the bullies don't catch you." Out of the cold and away from the noise, she returns to a home that isn't home. "When is Francisco coming?" Rosita asks. "Ay, hija," says Mommy. "Pronto, pronto." If she only knew more English, she could tell the bullies, "Déjame en paz, leave me alone." So while Mommy scrubs and scores and sweats and sews, Rosita practices English in secret. Is leaving behind her neighbor's Spanish like letting go of her native island and all the things she loves? Fields, flowers, Francisco. Rosita stops asking, "When is Francisco coming?" Her heart tells her he will stay in Juncos with Papi and Abuelo, and she will stay in America, where she must learn to speak English. Inglés. Day after day, she practices until she can speak English perfectly. I am Rosita. I am 5 years old. Just as Mammy promised, the leaves return in summer, bringing color to the concrete city, tiny glimpses that feel like hope. Rosita smiles again and dances. At 6 years old, Rosita begins dance classes. Paco Cancino is famous, Mommy tells her. He is the tío and teacher of Rita Hayworth, the movie star. Dancing the Sevillanas, Rosita is a bird rising above the rooftop, speaking a language that is all hers. Forward, forward, back, back, kick, pasada, right swing, back swing, side, hold, ole! After 3 long years of lessons, Paco Cancino pronounces her ready to perform on a real stage. The music begins. Strum, 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 strum. Rosita takes a breath. Clap, clap, clap. Que bonita. On stage, she is home. Soon, Rosita is dancing with the troops, acting on the radio and recording Spanish versions of hit Hollywood movies. Why not me, thinks Rosita, seeing the studio stars sparkle on the screen. I can be a leading lady too. When Rosita is 16, Mommy marries Eddie Moreno, and Rosita decides she will take his name. She chooses the last name Moreno, not because she loves Eddie like a father. Mostly, he seems like a stranger, but because it's easier for Americans casting directors to renown, and Rosita is ready to be a star. Then a miracle happens. Louise B. Mayer, the head of MGM Film Studios, wants to meet her. Her palms are sweating as she shakes the hand of a man who can change her life. Sign her, Mr. Mayor says, with one look at Rosita. Rosita Dolores Alverio Moreno is on her way to Hollywood. In Hollywood, Rosita's name changes again. This time, the name studio chooses Ruby Fontino, Marcy Miranda, Orchid Montenegro. Please, she prays, anything but Orchid. I've got it, says the casting director. How about Rita, after Rita Hayworth? From that day forward, Rita, she will be. Rita Moreno, she will be. Rita Moreno is ready for Hollywood, but Hollywood isn't ready for Rita Moreno. Someday she wants to quit, but she comes too far to give up. One day she will play an authentic character who is bold, proud, strong. Years after teaching herself to speak perfect English, she must fake an all-purpose accent to play maidens, slaves, Spanish Spitfires, the only roles Hollywood will give to a Latina. In 1959, the newspapers announced that Hollywood is making West Side Story, the hit Broadway musical, into a movie. This part is everything Rosita's been waiting for. She auditions for Anita, a proud Puerto Rican female lead. For a month, she practices step, turn, snap, kick, swish, jump, twirl. All of these beautiful movements. When the test cameras roll, she is Rosita again, back in the concrete city. Corre, run, out of the schoolyard, past the bullies in the streets, tears, anger, fear, and sing. Jaws drop as Rosita's emotional performance then Cue the music, horns, strings, percussion, step, stir, snap, kick, swish, jump, and twirl. The role is hers. Rita is Anita, bold, proud, strong. New York City, 1962. In barrios throughout the city, Puerto Ricans gather around their television sets to watch the 34th Academy Awards. No Puerto Rican or Latina has ever won an Oscar. A sacred silence descends. A collective breath is held. Who will take home the award? May I have the envelope, please? Rita Moreno in West Side Story. She won! She did it! Her fans cry. I can't believe it, says the stunned Rita, clutching her golden statue with the pride of her people on her shoulders. Rosita Dolores Alverio from Juncos has made history. So, I hope you like this story. Rita Moreno is a beautiful person. I got to meet her at the Plaza Theater. And I got to meet her, and she signed a book for me. And it was her book, her biography. And that's where I learned a lot about her. She reminds me of me when I was a little girl. I never made it to Hollywood, but I made it as an educator. As a teacher, I touched and taught many, many, many children how to dance, how to jump around and be proud of themselves. Because of my Mexican heritage, I was a little girl in El Paso, and people were not too nice to us like her. The teachers used to hit us and punish us for speaking Spanish. So to speak another language is a great asset. I always say, el que es bilingüe vale por dos, y el que sabe más idiomas que le dé gracias a Dios. I hope you like the book, Buenas Noches, El Paso.